Good evening, everybody. Ooh, okay. What have I got wrong here? Okay. It's gonna be some fun by the sound of it. See what I've got switched on. I shouldn't have anything switched on, but it sounds a bit strange. Anyway, this is VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo Gary in Fairyland. I'll now change my call sign over to VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club.
Okay, that's a lot better. Sorry about that there. I had another one put on, which made me sound a bit strange. For the ones who have got are watching it via the via YouTube, you'll see what I just sounded like. Hi. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4 Golf Romeo Bravo Gary in Fairyland. I'll now change my call sign to the club call of VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. You can probably notice that there's a bit of a shoulder on the next chair beside me. I do have young Benjamin sitting just there. So I've got him away from I've got him hidden away at the moment, off camera. Anyway, with that lot there, this is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I've heard Andy in there just a few minutes back, and so I've got Andy down there already. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. Now listening for any call-ins. Please call in.
For FAX. VK4 Yankee Charlie.
Okay, I've got VK4 HOO, VK4 FAX, and VK4 Yankee Charlie. Does anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday night net, bad net? VK4BAD listening?
VK4IJP. VK4JRA.
Okay, we're pulling teeth tonight. We got another two out of that lot. We got VK4IJP and VK4JRA. Anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday night bad net before we fire off the first round? VK4BAD listening? Okay, nothing heard on this one. Okay, the list as I've got it at the present time is VK4HOO Andy, VK4FAX Don, VK4 Yankee Charlie Jim, VK4IJP Ian, and VK4JRA Jake in there. Before we fire off, is there anyone else who wants to come in? VK4BAD listening? Nope, the only thing I'm hearing is the fan. Okay, with that lot there. VK4 BAD of the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. It is currently 11.1 degrees outside, 57% humidity, and 0 wind speed. Beautiful day today out here in Fairyland, with all what has been happening here. Okay, this is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Now, last call before we start the first round. VK4BAD. Okay, nothing heard except RET repeater, given its little ident. Okay, VK4HOO, good evening there, Andy, VK4BAD.
Good evening, Gary, and good evening, gents. Don, Jim, Jake. I walked away for a little bit, so I know there's someone else there, but I don't know who it was. Yeah, everything's good in my world. I think I would have said last week that I've officially retired. Yeah, I've had enough of the smell of dead people. It doesn't matter where you go, mortuary or wherever. You'll always, until they're coffins, you'll always smell a dead person. So I'm not missing that one little bit because it sort of just lives with you. Yeah, and all the politics and everything that goes on with a big national company. Yeah, it's just time to say, I'm going to hang my head up, and I have. So I'm looking at playing a bit more bowls, and I played on Sunday. Don will correct me if I'm wrong, it was the paddle pop day, so I enjoyed that. There was only a small group of us, and yeah, I think I played the best game I ever had, because it didn't sort of have that pressure. So that was good. So I'm tossing up whether I'll go tomorrow morning or tomorrow morning, or it's tomorrow morning and Friday morning. See which one I do there. All right, I'll let go until come around, see what sort of conversations kick up and I can tune into. Over to you, Don. And I'm sorry for the little dog. That's gut wrenching. VK4 FAX, VK4HOO.
VK4HOO with the group VK4FAX. Yeah, thanks, Andy, for the commiserations there with the puppy. It's probably not over it yet, but I get up every morning to let him off the chain, and he's not there. Fletcher's still there, though, my old mate of 8 years, so he's been suffering really badly as well. So you just know that they miss their mates. But anyway, we get off the sad things and we get on to the better side of things. I've got a great friend here at the moment. She's just cruised in her motorhome. She's the wife of an old workmate of mine that we worked together for years up in central Queensland. He passed away, unfortunately, with asbestosis 7 years ago. And his wife, Diane, she calls in here pretty regular on her with her motorhome. She trips around and does a few things. She's getting on with life. And she arrived with a bottle of wine, which is called Barry's wine, and that was my mate Barry. So we had a glass of that, and I'm still supping on that with a few ice cubes in it, so remembering my old mate Barry from many years ago. Anyway, I won't hang around. I need to go back and be there with Diane, and I'll thank you very much. much for everyone being there. Thanks, Gary, for running the net. And I look forward to catching up with you all next week. VK4YC. Over to you there, Jim. VK4FAX.
Yeah, good there, Don. Yeah, enjoy your time with your friend there. And sounds like it's been a long time friendship with your workmate there. And pretty sad one, but still good that you can catch up there. Gee whiz. Just lost the words there. All good. Evening to Ian there and Jake and Andy. Gary, up the top, sounds like you've been pretty busy there. Getting things organised. And sounds like you've got the YouTube set up there, although I've missed a few weeks there on what's been happening with that sort of things, but sounds like you're getting on top of how it all works and so forth there. Andy, yeah, okay, on the retiring, yeah, you've got to make a call there, mate, and do that, I guess, at some stage. Yeah, I know I'm still at it, but hopefully retirement thing won't be too far away. And the bowls, yeah, I'm sure Don will lead you in the right direction there too. And he, yeah, he's, I believe, good at what he does there, and yeah, you'll have lots of help from the club. And yeah, hope football is going well your way. And Jake, been probably pretty busy like everybody else there. VK4IJP, VK4YC.
VK4YC in the group. This is VK4IJP. Yeah, thanks, Jim. And good evening to Andy, Don, and Jake. And Gary there, of course, is steering us all in the right direction. Yeah, Jake, I've only just listened to part of your interview, so and I've got busy today, and I sort of and yesterday, and sort of forgot all about it, but I did start it on the weekend, and I must finish listening to the rest of it. But what I have heard so far, yeah, it sounded pretty good. Yeah, Andy, yeah, sort of likewise. I'm semi, so and working for big multinationals, or I used to contract to them, and having to put up with some of the garbage and that what they carry on, and having to I used to remind them all the time that we're in Australia, not in France. So there's different things that should happen. So yeah, but it's sort of good to be out. And yeah, it's good to get visitors, and especially long-term ones, and chat and catch up and speak about old times and the good times and all of that. So it's and have a glass of wine as well. Yeah, great. But no, other than I've been away. Well, last weekend I got back late Sunday afternoon or evening. Been messing around with my HF antenna array, tuning up the 160 metre band antenna leg a little bit better, and it worked quite well. Actually, had my first contact about 45 minutes ago on 160 metres, and so I'm happy with that. It was over only in Gympie, so it wasn't a huge long range one, but nevertheless, I'm pretty happy with that anyway. It's good to being able to access some of these other frequencies, what I haven't been able to in the past. Over the year there, Jake, VK4GRA, VK4IJP in the group.
Yeah, VK4IJP, VK4JRA, thanks there, Ian. So, sounds like you've been having a bit of fun there with antennas and whatnot. So, yeah, and my condolences there, Don. I listened to the end of the New Horizons net last night and heard about your dogs. So, yeah, unfortunately, our thoughts are with you there, mate. So, yeah, not a lot to report on from out here in Dolby. Not a lot's happened. We for the club members that are on tonight, this is probably news to even Gary, we've had a club logo, what they call digitised, at one of the places in Dolby here called Golders, and they do embroidery on shirts and whatnot. So for the club members, you're more than welcome to go to Golders and get a logo embroidered on a shirt of your choosing or anything like that, and get your name and call sign on the other side, if you please. They also do caps as well. So I've made a few inquiries to them about getting caps embroidered with the club logo on the front, and they said they can do it for about $15 or about $20 per cap. But they don't do orders of just one because they have to order them in. So, just putting a bit of a feeler out if anyone would be interested in caps and stuff like that. If there's a bit of interest in the caps, we might do an order for however many people want one, and we'll well and truly have them by the meeting, and we can, get payment for them and whatnot at the meeting. So, something for the club members to have a bit of a think about. So, all right, I think that's about it for the first round. So, nice little roll up here after a little while there, Gary. So back to you, mate. VK4BAD, VK4JRA.
VK4JRA, VK4...
VK4 Tango Papa.
Oh. Okay, VK4JRA in group, VK4...
Yeah, but we've got a late call in VK4 Tango Papa. This is VK4JRA. Are you still on frequency with us, Gary? VK4BAD. This is VK4JRA.
My mistake there, fellas. Okay, VK4GRB. That station, can you call in again? There, VK4BAD?
Yeah, good evening, Gary. It's VK4 TP. Tango Papa.
Okay, VK4 Tango Papa. You need a little bit more power there, Kerry. The repeater's been a bit noisy tonight. Okay, VK4 Tango Papa. Over to you there, Kerry. VK4BAD.
Yeah, righto, Gary. VK4TP returning to the group. That's a few more watts heading your direction, hopefully. Yeah, so very good evening to all on the net this evening, and yourself included there, Gary. Good to have a bit of a quick chat with you on the way home today, and likewise with you, Ian. Heard you there this evening as well. So we just arrived back home this afternoon about 4 p.m. from Monto, up there between Idesvold and Billawheeler, for those that don't know where it is. And we'd had a couple of nights up there with one of my sisters. So I won't hang around for the second round, but I just thought I'd drop in and say good day. So we arrived home safely, as I said, and all went well. In for a frost here in the morning, and for the next four or five mornings, ones and zeros and -1s, and so it wasn't a very good welcome home, shall we say, having escaped it for a week and a half. Never mind, that's what happens this time of the year. Have a good evening all, and we hope to hear you again before too long. So cheers from us here. Back over to you, Gary. And I'll be clear on this one. VK4BAD and the group, VK4 Tango Papa.
No worries there. No worries at all there, Kerry. Okay, you're only doing the one round. That's okay. Okay, is there anyone else? Anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club BADnet? VK4BAD listening? Okay, nothing else heard. Yeah, or it's been a strange one. I don't know how well Jake's picking up all the noise from the repeater. I'm picking it up pretty well here. Okay, with that lot there, I'll see if anyone else wants to join the net. This is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club, VK4BAD. Okay, nothing heard there. Okay, yeah, I've been doing some bits and pieces as well. I had to do a bit of a voiceover there, and I sent a link in for what I done on to the WIA news. And I had to give them a little bit of an intro on what it was about. So so I done that there the other day, and I've got a couple of other intros I've got to do for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club with all. The time of the net, and put all that information in as well. Okay, understood there, Don. Nice to hear you in there. Yourself there, Jim. Ian's still working on antennas by the sounds of things. And okay there, Jake, about the embroidery and the other bits and pieces as well. Okay, it's going to be a reasonable quick net, I say, tonight, or normal time. Is there anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club before we start the second round? VK4BAD listening? Okay, nothing else heard that way. VK4HOO. Back to you there, Andy. VK4BAD.
And thank you. It was Ian. Sorry, I missed you on the hellos. And yeah, thanks, Gary. And Jake, your interview was absolutely fantastic. And Gary, thank you for recording it and letting it out on YouTube. Absolutely fantastic. You really, painted the club as a great picture, and it will only get stronger and stronger. I know it will. Sort of do some activities to try and get people interested in radio, so it will happen. So, yeah, thanks for that, Jake. It was very, very well presented. You did so well. And again, Gary, thank you for your relay. This is the second time I've retired, but this one I'm pretty serious about. The company I work for, they generally keep me still on the books for about 3 to 4 weeks in case I change my mind. No, this time it's not going to happen. It's like a weight, I guess, taken off your shoulders, and because up here I came on as a casual from the Gold Coast where I was permanent, and in what I do, I conduct the funerals themselves, and being casual, you don't know exactly where you're going to be the next day. Well, generally by about this time of the night you know where you are. So not sort of having a home as such, as we work from Gatton through to Toowoomba. I was covering quite a few kilometres as well. And washing a hearse in Toowoomba on a cold winter's morning is not a pretty sight at all. Thanks, guys. Take care. And I'll listen through to the end. Everyone have a great week. Don's gone. So Jim, VK4HOO.
Yeah, good there, Andy. Sounds like you're looking forward to retirement there, mate. Don't blame you. Yeah, I guess with most jobs there's dislikes there, and you look forward to winding down. And sounds like you're in that position there, mate. So, all the best to retirement, I guess. And doing other things, getting out and about, whether you travel or likely to travel, that sort of thing, Andy. Whatever it is, enjoy it anyway. What else we got there? And pretty busy there too by the sound of it, mate. Still playing with antennas, the 160 metres there, making a few contacts, which is good. That's what it's all about, I suppose. Making some antennas up, and they work, and make some contacts. Jake, okay, and the caps there too, mate. Everything's gone up by the sound of that. Yeah, didn't realise these expenses, I suppose you'd say, but yeah, certainly all things have escalated. But yeah, and no, Kerry's not listening, but good to hear Kerry call in there and been away for a bit of a break there up Motto direction. But that's about it from me, Gary. Okay, on the YouTube thing there again. What you've been doing, all good. And on to you there again, Ian. Good to catch up. VK4IJP, VK4YC.
VK4YC and the group VK4IJP. Yeah, there's always something happening around the place and that. But yeah, it's good to do different things, and I'm just fine-tuning these aerials because basically I've got the aerials up and the finals failed on the radio, so I wasn't able to finish properly tuning different things up, and I haven't got my ATU won't tune 160 metres, so that it's got to be pretty close for it to work. So I was, as I said, it was just a whole new band and a short distant contact, and there was a number of other guys on it which I wasn't able to hear from New South Wales and also further north in Queensland. So, but I've been scanning up and down the band once or twice a day, so came across this guy talking, so I just had to say good day. Jake, how's things going down in Dolby? How's the new house, mate? Have you got a little antenna farm growing in the backyard of your place yet? And have you been doing any renovations? VK4GRA, the group VK4IJP.
VK4RJP, VK4JRA returning, thanks there, Ian. So, yeah, I actually haven't moved in yet, so still doing a few little renovations to the house. Getting new carpet coming in early next month, so they've carpet shop here seems to have taken their sweet time with that. They assured me, oh yeah, no, it'll be within 2 weeks, and that was a fair few weeks ago now. So I've sort of already paid the half they require as a deposit. So yeah, to save the hassle of trying to get that back, I just thought I'll wait that one out to get the new carpet put down. The old carpet is, well, it's old. It's not falling apart, but it's just got a very, sort of, I suppose, a weird texture to it, and it just feels really, really weird underfoot. Like it's, I don't really know how to describe it. It needs replacing anyway. It's not, yeah, it's like it's been washed one too many times or something like that. It just feels a bit, yeah, bad. So, and it smells a little bit too. So, that's getting replaced. I do have 2 antennas up there at the moment on the shed. I've got a 3-metre pole with a Diamond X50 on top of that, and a 430 meg Yagi that points to Toowoomba, and that runs the Dolby Town repeater on 147 250. So it's not up very high, and it doesn't have a very high gain antenna, but it is here and it is running, and it provides pretty good signal all throughout town, no matter where you are. But it very rarely gets used. So anyway, it's here and it's on air and it's on my shed. But I've got I think it's got to be about 8 or 9 or 10 metre telomast here. So it's going to go up on the house roof right in the middle, and it's going to have a Diamond X200 antenna right on the top for 2 metres and 70 centimetres, and then the Bushcom centre fed long wire just below it, going down to the front corner and also down to the back to the mast where the town repeater antenna is. So got a pulley and a bit of rope there ready to go. So with that and a pole in the front yard, I'll be on all the bands I can be with this Yaesu radio. So yeah, I'm going to have a dedicated radio room in the house. It's sort of a third bedroom. It's sort of a little bedroom slash office. So going to have the desk and make it all nice and neat and tidy and bring the cables in and nice RG58 tails from stepping down from the LMR 400 down to RG58 to go to the radios. So yeah, should be good. Anyway, I will keep you posted. Should be in early next month after the carpet goes in. Then I'll start to move the big stuff like the bedding, stuff like that, and it'll be all happening. So yeah, I'll just break for a tick so I don't time it out. VK4GRB returning. So yeah, that's where the house is at. It's been a bit of a slow process, fixing up a few little things inside the house as well and outside, like getting it levelled underneath. It's on timber stumps. We actually reckon they're old power poles, according to us. Well, that's what we reckon, and that's what the builder that we had the inspection done by reckons as well. So how deep they are, we don't know, but they're not adjustable. So it wasn't too bad. I think the worst stump was about 1.5 inches too low. But they all needed, some packers on them to bring it up to level. So that closed up some cracks in the house and just brought everything back into nice and level. There's a bit of tiling to do in the kitchen, so I didn't want to tile it with an unlevel house because then when you level it, they can all go pear-shaped. So, yeah, thanks to those who listened to the interview on the ABC that I had on Saturday morning. It's great that Gary was able to record it. I didn't get my recording setup done, so I actually haven't listened to it, but based off what I said, I did have some stuff typed up to say, but I sort of just referenced the stuff I typed up and sort of just winged the rest. So I don't think I did too badly, but yeah, from what I've heard, everyone's pretty happy with it, so hope I did it right. So, all right, it was great to catch up with everyone on the net tonight. Great to have a little roll-up, but still all right. And, I'll say good evening to you all, and thanks to Gary for running the net. And I'll pass it back to Gary now. VK4GRB. This is VK4BAD. This is VK4GRA.
VK4JRA, VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo Alpha Delta. You got me saying it too now there, Jake. Hi. Okay there, before we continue on, before we close the net off, is there anyone else want to join the net? VK4BAD listening? Okay, nothing else heard at the present time. I'd like to thank you all for turning up. VK4HOO Andy in Toowoomba. VK4FAX Don in also in Toowoomba. VK4 Yankee Charlie Jim in Blackbutt. VK4IJP Ian in Proston, and VK4JRA Jake in Dolby, and VK4 Kerry in Clifton. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I'd like to thank you all for coming in, and we'll catch you all again the same time next week. Hi. Anyway, this is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I'll now change my call back to my home call of VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo Gary in Fairyland. And we'll leave the frequency open for general traffic. Until the same time next week, 7-3, VK4GRB out.